This is Top 30. Coming up, an important warning for pet owners. There's controversy over Serena Williams' new magazine cover. And this sweet nurse gives patients the strength to keep fighting.
And you light up my life.
Hi there, welcome to the show. I'm Kristen Smith, and here are 30 things you need to know right now. You might think a lot of vitamin D in your dog's food may be good for them, but a new recall shows that's not the case. Actually, too much vitamin D in some of their dog food has caused Nutrisca and Natural Life Pet Products to issue voluntary recalls. Nutrisca's recall is now nationwide, while Natural Life Pet Products recall only includes 8 states. Nutrisca's recall features their 4, 15, and 28-pound bags of their chicken and chickpea dry dog food. To help you identify them, the bags affected have a best buy date of February 25th, 2020 through September 13th, 2020. Natural Life's recall caused them to take their 17.5-pound chicken and potato dry dog food bags off the shelves. Those best buy dates are May 29th, 2020 to August 10th, 2020. Dogs with high levels of vitamin D may exhibit vomiting, loss of appetite, increased thirst, increased urination, excessive drooling, or weight loss. The Food and Drug Administration recommends that if your pet has consumed any of these products and are exhibiting symptoms, please contact your veterinarian. Now let's go to the New York Stock Exchange for our Fox Business Minute with Christina Partsinevelos. Christina, Walmart is changing how it hires new employees.
That's right, Kristen. A salute to the military. Walmart announcing that it will now give hiring preferences to military spouses. The retail giant is the largest U.S. company to make this hiring commitment. The program is called the Military Spouse Career Connection and complements Walmart's commitments to hiring 250,000 military veterans by 2020. Just when Tide thought the Tide Pod Challenge debacle was over, its newest box is getting the internet fired up. Procter & Gamble introducing its new waste-reducing Tide Eco Box, and people were quick to notice a problem with it. It looks just like a box of wine. Procter & Gamble says it put a large detergent bottle on the side of the box as an extra reminder not to drink it. And the Colonel's latest dish is sure to be a crowd pleaser. Kentucky Fried Chicken is now serving chicken and waffles at its restaurants nationwide. Customers can choose between extra crispy chicken or extra crispy chicken tenders, all served with Mrs. Butterworth syrup for $5.49.
So is this offer valid for a limited time only?
Yes, you can snag your chicken and waffles between now and December 31st.
Good to know. Thanks, Christina. Some more headlines for you now. The comic book world is mourning the loss of Stan Lee, who passed away on Monday at the age of 95. Lee created some of Marvel's most iconic characters like Spider-Man, the Hulk, Iron Man, and the X-Men.
You know, I guess one person can make a difference. Enough said.
And Serena Williams graces the cover of GQ magazine as their Woman of the Year. But of course, it doesn't come without some controversy. As you can see, the word woman is in quotation marks, which caused an immediate stir on social media, with many slamming the magazine for doing so. But it turns out the word woman was actually handwritten by designer Virgil Abloh, who has collaborated with Williams in the past and is known for styling words in quotation marks. And finally, nurse Brenda Burstra was able to lift the spirits of an ailing man in Michigan with just 5 words.
And you light up my life.
Robert Olson's family said when the nurse sang to him, it changed him. Just 1 week later, Olson was doing so much better, he was released from hospice and able to go home. All right, time now for our New York Minute with Rosanna Scotto from Fox 5 New York. Rosanna, always good to see you, and big changes are coming to New York's famous food cart.
We call them mobile cuisine here in New York City. We're very fancy. So, you know, there are over 5,500 food carts in New York City, and they've gotten a complaint or two about sanitary conditions over the last few years. So the New York City Health Department decided they're going to rate them with a letter grade A to F like they do restaurants. A lot of people in New York City are happy because they want to make sure when they go to their favorite food cart, they're eating something healthy and not going home with something a little extra in their food that they did not pay for.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I know what you mean.
But you know what I'm going to do, Kristen? The next time you're in town, everything should be in effect, and I'm going to take you for a dirty water dog together.
I cannot wait. I'm looking forward to it. I will tell you, last time I was in New York, everything I ate was so delicious. I can't even tell you. So delicious. So I can't wait till the next time. All right, and staying on the note of food, we remember Pizza Rat, but something else was spotted on New York subway recently.
You know, anything can happen in New York City, but apparently it was one woman's birthday. These people decided they couldn't get into a fancy restaurant in New York City, so why not bring the lobster, the wine, the champagne on the J train? You know what the funny part was? Even though they had set up a table by the door and they had wine glasses and utensils and lobster, nobody in New York noticed. Don't you love New Yorkers? They didn't even Instagram it. They're like, forget that.
I love that so much. And you got to give it to them for creativity. I mean, that's a birthday or celebration they'll never forget. Rosanna, always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Our New York Minute is up, Kristen.
All right. See you tomorrow. All right, moving right along, airlines are more determined than ever to charge for extra legroom. Don't you hate that? Premium economy fares are now for sale on over 20 carriers. The fares fall between standard coach and business class. They offer more amenities than economy, including bigger seats. Depending on the aircraft, the average seat will have 6 to 8 more inches of seat pitch, the distance from the seat in the next row. Some are also a couple inches wider, but the tickets cost 2 to 3 times as much. The New York Times reports that the difference in fare is mostly profit for airlines. The Times found round-trip basic economy fares from New York to London for about $440 on American, Delta, and United. But a Delta Comfort Plus seat on the same flight was $800. A premium economy seat on the American flight would be over $1,200. That leaves many flyers who aren't in business class but still want more room paying for the privilege. Now let's go to our friend Headcrack over at Dish Nation. He has the hottest celebrity news. So Headcrack, I hear Nicki Minaj might have a new crush.
That's right, Kristen. If you watch the People's Choice Awards, then you know that Nicki Minaj has her eyes on someone new. Nicki took home the prize of favorite female artist in 2018. And during her speech, she thanked Donatella Versace for custom making her outfit and then added, shout out to Michael B. Jordan because he's going to be taking it off me tonight. Hey, Nicki, the sound went out on my TV. Did you mean Michael or Headcrack? Inquiring minds want to know. Kris Jenner celebrated her man for his birthday. Now, Corey Gamble turned 38 over the weekend, and Kris posted a picture with the caption, happy birthday to my ride or die. Thank you for all that you do for us, and you're always holding us down. Now, this comes days after Corey surprised Kris for her birthday. I wonder if he gave her a box of chocolates as well. Seemed to be her favorite. Wink, wink. And finally, Bruno Mars is providing 24,000 Thanksgiving meals in Hawaii for those in need as a part of his tour. Now, Bruno wrapped his record-breaking 200-date tour over the weekend in Honolulu. Now, the 24,000 meals is a nod to the title of his Grammy-winning album, 24K Magic. That's so nice of him. More celebrities should do this, like Beyonce. Maybe you could pass out lemonade in honor of your album. I'll take a glass or two. But anyway, on that note, that's all that we got for today's dish. Until next time.
As always, great stories. Thanks, Headcrack. For the latest celebrity news, make sure you watch Dish Nation weekdays. Check your local listings. And still ahead on Top 30, the world's highest paid magicians. And a new Thanksgiving playlist to help you cook the perfect turkey. Don't go anywhere. Top 30, we'll be right back. Welcome back. Most pull rabbits out of their hats, but these magicians are making money appear out of thin air. That as Forbes has released their annual list of the world's highest paid magicians. 7 acts who together earned some $150 million in the last year. So let's get to it. In 4th place, David Blaine with $13.5 million. The endurance artist performed 50 days, shocking fans as he sewed his lips, held his breath underwater, and regurgitated a live frog. Chris Angel, the mind freak himself, placed 3rd, earning $16 million as he wrapped a 10-year residency at Cirque du Soleil. Despite taking a hit after last year's Vegas massacre, comedy duo Penn and Teller took 2nd with $30 million from their TV show and 5 live performances a week. But none compare to the highest earning of the group, David Copperfield, who conjured $61 million from private shows at his Bahamas resort and some 670 performances at the MGM Grand. With those numbers, it's hard not to believe in magic. Have people ever told you you have an eye for fashion? Well, just how good is your Vogue vision really? Paige Failing from Fox 46 Charlotte joins us with some great tips on how to spot the imposters when it comes to secondhand luxury handbags. Hey, Paige.
We're talking Chanel, Gucci, Louis Vuitton. I mean, we all love the names, but who wants to pay for it, right? Now, if you think that you can bank a few bucks just by buying someone else's gently used bag, be sure you're still getting your money's worth. Here is how. Okay, it might still come with that fancy looking dust bag, maybe in a box, could even have an official appearing invoice to prove that it's real, but if you're buying an actual luxury good, experts say the real deal is in the details. Check the stitching. Be sure to look at the hardware, even the typography used. If you're still not sure, then just close your eyes, take a deep breath, literally, and trust yourself to sniff out any fake leathers to help you pick that perfect bag right on the nose.
As always, great advice. Thanks, Paige. We're all going down the Thanksgiving checklist, right? We've got the turkey, we've got the stuffing, we've got the family coming by. But wait, what music do we play? Well, Spotify has got that all under control. The music streaming giant released its Time for Turkey playlist online for you and your loved ones to groove to during the holiday festivities. Get this, the playlist's runtime is meant to be the exact duration of how long your bird should be in the oven. Pretty cool. First, you enter the bird's weight. Spotify then recommends a temperature and cook time for you that they base on the USDA's roasting timetable. Second, select the genre of your choice. And finally, Spotify serves you a playlist that'll be all done at the same time your turkey should be. So turn up the temp and turn up the volume. Well, it's time for our legal fact versus fiction, and we have attorney and legal analyst Annalise Getz with us today to go over some of these, so let's get right to it. Okay, first of all, for all the parents out there, if your teenager throws a party and there's underage drinking, not saying there will be, but if there is, can you get sued as the parent?
Yes, Kristen, this happens every single year. We see these cases, and I always feel bad for the parent,
right?
Because what you always hear, their defense is, I'm trying to create a safe place for the teenagers to drink. If they're in my house, I can monitor it. But that is illegal.
In high school, there was always that house with the cool mom who lets the kids, you know.
And you and I think, have small children. It's hard to imagine at this point
Oh,
in
no,
time.
my kids are angels, and they will be for the rest of their lives. They'll never party.
I can't imagine that being my problem. The fact of the matter is you're providing alcohol to an underage individual. Yeah. They're not 21, they can't drink legally, and therefore you've broken the law.
Got it. All right, well, let's keep going. Of course, we're taught to view police officers as authority figures, right? So if an officer asks us a question, we have to answer. Is that right?
That is false. You can always invoke your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent.
Okay.
This is the case even if you haven't been arrested. This is not obstruction of justice. The TV shows make it sound like you're gonna be charged with obstruction of justice if you don't answer. That's not the case.
Okay.
You should always respond with your name, because that's not considered incriminating information. But other than that, you always have the right to say, no, I'm not gonna answer these questions.
I love when you come because I always learn a lot, and it's so important to stick up for our own rights.
So many individuals at this point in time don't, and that's unfortunate, so I'm happy to be here to tell you.
All right, great information as always. We love having you, Annalise. Thanks.
Thanks, Kristen.
All right, well, now it's time to spoil the people you love, right? The holidays, which is why we have today's Top 30 Steal, a Brilliance New York Diamond face mask set at a special 81% discount. This face mask set offers a complete at-home regimen that is artfully formulated to provide deep nourishment and help improve overall elasticity. The aloe and lavender extracts helped rebuild collagen and reduce the appearance of dark circles and puffiness to give you a firmer and more radiant complexion. There's a year's worth of masks included. You just use one a month for glowing skin. The Brilliance New York Diamond Face Mask set retails for as much as $150, but today you can buy it for just 29 bucks. That's an 81% discount, and you can get this right now at morningsave.com while they last. Welcome back. We've all seen the effortless style that some of the biggest celebs on Instagram are rocking, from the Kardashians to the Hadids. But it turns out there's a lot of work that goes into these viral sensations. So here to break some of the best Instagram fashion trends down, Sydney Sadik. So
Hi.
my friend, what do you got?
All right, so let's first look at Kim Kardashian, who is arguably the queen of Instagram. There's nothing that Kim loves more than a monochromatic outfit. So this means picking one color and rocking it from head to toe. And right now she's putting a huge emphasis on neon outfits. So I'm wearing neon today. I'm a huge fan, and it really looks great when you're posing against a dark background. Now this will really let the neon pop and speak for itself. Okay, so another tip that I absolutely swear by is going for a really awesome denim look. Bella Hadid loves her denims, whether it's a pair of jeans with a t-shirt or actually wearing denim on denim. There's something for everyone, and it looks super flattering. Now, I don't know about you, but I actually like myself when I'm sitting in a seat for Instagram versus just standing because I'm petite. And really emphasizing the jeans paired with a really sexy heel will get all of the likes. And last but not least, what better way to get all the likes than to rock a trend that everyone knows, and that's wearing logo graphic t-shirts. Now, Emily Ratajkowski recently wore a Coca-Cola t-shirt. It got so many likes, it was amazing. And really, you can wear this at home by going for your favorite band, your favorite TV show, just wearing something that everyone really loves and that you're passionate about. This is really easy to incorporate into your everyday wardrobe, and I'm telling you, this is how to get the followers.
Always amazing. Thank you, Sydney. Well, all you parents out there know that language develops rapidly in the first 3 years of a child's life. So talking to your babies and toddlers is super important, which can leave some parents stressed out about whether or not they're doing it right. A report from CNN says it's simple. Talk to your baby like you talk to your dog, with an uninhibited ease. It's far less stressful. It sounds a little crazy to compare your baby to a dog, but it's all about the connection you have with each other. They both rely on you. Even though babies can't talk back to you, they still communicate just like dogs. But don't go too far with the baby dog comparison. You'll probably get some weird looks from strangers if you use commands like sit or fetch with your toddler. In today's Hometown Stories from Fox 9 Minneapolis, Bobby and Steve's Auto World employee Amir Adan suffers from a rare hereditary eye condition. It's called keratoconus, which makes what he sees extremely blurry or in double or triple vision. The FDA recently approved a new treatment called corneal cross-linking to stop the degenerative damage from getting worse. But Amir's insurance company doesn't cover the costly procedure. Adan had told a coworker about his situation, and the next day, the company's youth foundation gave him a check for $3,500 in order for him to get the life-changing procedure.
I've had not a lot of jobs, but a fair amount of jobs, and all of them, every single time they always say, oh, we're like a family here, we're like a family here, whatever. But like, for the first time in my life, I feel like, well, these guys actually mean it.
In our next story from Fox 13 Tampa Bay, the Hillel Academy in Tampa is teaching more than just academics. Teachers and administrators are doing what they can to promote a culture of kindness and good citizenship. The new school initiative teaches students about civility based on the act of hesed, the Hebrew word for kindness. And in our final story from Fox 29 Philadelphia, at 98 years old, most people retire. But for Miss Louise DeVerglio, Election Day means the work is just beginning. In her 45th year of volunteering, Miss Louise has become a fixture at the polls at Our Lady of Charity Roman Catholic Church, and she has no intention of stopping. A first-generation American born the same year that women got the right to vote and Woodrow Wilson was president, she married a World War II Marine, and her son was a lifelong Army soldier, so she wants to do her part to make sure everybody gets their vote in. And she's an amazing example of what it looks like to be a patriot. Since 1998, the National Toy Hall of Fame has recognized the toys and games that have inspired and impacted generations of children. Now the organization, which has previously inducted Etch-a-Sketch, Raggedy Ann and Andy, and the Nintendo Game Boy, is welcoming 3 new toys to its ranks. Uno, the Crazy 8-style card game invented by an Ohio barber in 1971. Pinball, the popular arcade game that was banned in New York City until 1976. And the Magic 8-Ball, the fortune-telling tchotchke that offers predictions like Without a Doubt and Reply Hazy, Try Again. Also needing to try again, the 9 toys that were nominated this year but failed to earn induction, including Chalk, American Girl dolls, and Tickle Me Elmo. But those omissions aren't the group's first controversial decisions, as over the years they've taken flack for inducting the likes of Sticks, blankets, and, we can't forget, the cardboard box. Stay with us, we have more Top 30 coming right up. Welcome back to Top 30. You never know which TV show might be a hit. Well, one company thinks it can change that. Immersion Neuroscience gauges audience reactions to video using a small device worn on the arm. The band measures how involved a viewer is based on things like heart rate and hormone levels. A group was shown 25 TV shows, some of them top-rated, others at the bottom of the Nielsen's. The Immersion device was 84% accurate in predicting which shows had good ratings. When the humans in the study were interviewed about how they thought a show was rated, They were right just 17% of the time. The company's betting their product will be useful to networks deciding which shows to make. Every year, 65% of new TV series are canceled within their first season. The company's CEO says networks and advertisers have been focusing on demographics when they should be focusing on neurographics. At least one company says they'll be using the data to convince networks to make their shows. And that's it for today's show. Thanks so much for watching. Here's what's coming up on the next Top 30. Many holiday foods might be delicious for you, but dangerous for your pets. We'll have tips to keep them safe. Plus, the dream salary for the average American compared to what they really make. And these items that once belonged to Marilyn Monroe could be yours. You can also listen to the day's biggest stories on the Top 30 podcast. It's all coming up on the next Top 30.